Hello, everyone out there in HBCU land. My name is Charles Galbraith. I am so happy to be here with you. We've been able to communicate through various editions of the HBCU experience, and I'm back with another one. This time, we're not talking about bands, we're not talking about majorettes, we're not talking about any other school other than Fayetteville State University. And so I want to give a shout out to all the Broncos out there. I'm very happy to be here with one of the Broncos that you may know. So, without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to and present to those of you who are excited to see this Bronco right here, Mr. Antoine. Actually, let me say, not Mr. Dr. Antoine Duane Jones. What's going on? How you doing,
Well,
Duane?
and look, I'm a Bronco, so I'm doing great, bro. How about you, man?
Man, I can't complain. That's what I hear. I hear great things about these Broncos. So
Yeah,
let's
man.
talk about let's go off the bat. Tell
Right.
me about what it takes to be a Bronco.
Man, resilience, man, energy, obviously education, man, and just that I think that Bronco land was just family, man. That was the one thing I love from getting from a HBCU was that love, man. It's that family reunion feeling, no matter if it was on the yard, no matter if it was at homecoming, no matter if it was at a party, no matter if it was you seen somebody at McDonald's, like it was always like that love, you know what I'm saying? That Bronco pride is this, it's a thing.
That's what's up. Well, we're so excited with the HBCU experience movement that we're able to feature such a prestigious school, first of all. But there are so many incredible Broncos that are part of this project. And so I just want to get from your mouth what it feels like to be a part of this project.
Man, so when Dr. Little reached out to me, because I mean, another good sister, she an Aggie, so yeah, I don't want to pick at her about that. 'Cause I can hear her screaming now, Aggie pride, I can hear that doing in the back of my head now. But I mean, it's so much love from the North Carolina HBCUs really represent. And just being the lead author, talking with her, she was like, "Man, we need to do this. We ain't did one in Fayetteville." I was like, "Well, let's get it done." I think we could pull together, a good core of people and when I started reaching out to people, I was like, I wanted the seasoned Broncos, some folks that graduated in the 70s. We got some 80s, we got some 90s, we got 2000 there. Like so it was really about trying to pull together some amazing Broncos that spanned across decades and we found some solid core folks in there.
That's awesome. So let's talk about your journey. So what
Right.
took you to Fayetteville State?
Man, so I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, and anybody that knows anything about Youngstown, man, it was kind of a dangerous place. So I left 1996, walked across the stage in high school, and I went to college in North Carolina, sight unseen. So I actually landed in Johnson C. Smith, which is another CRAA school. I landed at Johnson C. Smith. I had visited the HBCU. I mean, I heard of Wilberforce in Central State in Ohio, but I had never really been on the HBCU campus. I went to an all-white school, basically from K to 12. So I got to HBCU and I was like, wow, this is different. You know what I'm saying? The experience is totally different than what I grew up in the educational setting. Uh, but I was so far away from home, I got a little homesick. So I had a cousin that was in grad school at Fayetteville State. So I transferred over there. And that began my, 1998, that began my journey at Fayetteville State. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So when you went in, let's talk about who you were then. What was your hope for your college experience?
Man, so I've always been an entrepreneur, like everything about me screams like creative and trying to make things out of nothing. So, I mean, my degree field has always been business. I started as an accounting major, and then when I realized that like I can crunch numbers, but that doesn't bring me the most joy.
Yeah.
Like I transferred into marketing, business and marketing, and that like just lit a fire in me, and that was just right where I was. So I knew I wanted to own a business one day, and that just sparked so much more in me just getting that education from Fayetteville State.
hmm So what are some of the activities that you were in while you were an undergrad?
So I mean a lot, but I mean the most impactful ones to me. I was the president and Eastern Region Vice President for Phi Beta Lambda, which is the college level of FBLA.
Mhm.
So one of the biggest business clubs in the world, or at least in the United States. I was in Future Alumni Association, NAACP, and of course, that Spring '99 came through the Pi chapter. Yes, that single letter chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. You see it back there. You see that thing. It was just amazing. So I mean, all of my young adult major accomplishments happened on the campus on Murchison Road. So yeah, it's just been a blessing to me.
That's pretty cool. So let's fast forward to today. So let's take that Bronco energy that you accumulated through those years, and what career path did you choose? What are you up to these days?
Man, entrepreneurship, so business. I mean, I've been a full-time photographer, professional photographer for over 20 years. I've been a full-time professional photographer without a boss, i.e. myself, for the last 10 plus. So all that education that I got from Fayetteville State, from my marketing teachers, my business teachers, my accounting teachers, all the experiences that I had playing around with doing events and community service through Phi Beta Sigma, Phi Beta Lambda, all these other organizations, that all just culminated into, ADJ Media, Majority Greek Magazine, the Pearly Awards, Running Water Company. So all the education I learned, I really do use every day. I use it every day.
That's awesome. And who are some of the people who inspired this in you? Where did this come from? This creative energy. I know that that's already in you, but who
Right.
helped you cultivate that and give you confidence to go out and say, I can make money from doing what I love to do? Who are some of those figures?
Oh man, in my life, man. I mean, God obviously, but in real life on the earth, man, Dr. Spillers, so Carolyn Spillers was one of my favorite professors. She was over the marketing department when I was there. So the first like marketing class I took under her was like, wow, this is yeah, I could do this. Dr. Leitner, I mean, Dr. Taylor in the accounting department, man, was like he was hard on me. So it was like, okay, I gotta get my life together. But it just but remember, I went to a predominantly white school from pre-K to 12th grade. The first black teacher I ever had was in college.
Hmm.
So the impact that I got from having, especially a black man teacher, there wasn't even a black man teacher even in the building that I had from pre-K to 12th grade.
Hmm.
So getting in front of black males, black women teachers, and just seeing doctor in front of their name, seeing professor in front of their name, seeing their what they were capable of doing and how they were teaching me was that was it. That was a lightning bolt for me. And then being involved in all these activities, being able to help the community to learn. Like I was the first black Eastern Region Vice President for Phi Beta Lambda. So
Hmm.
this college organization had 1,500 members
Yeah.
when I was the regional president of that, which had never happened before. So, like so people can't say HBCU talent ain't there. The education ain't the same because it's just as great. It's just a matter of shining a light into those corners.
Yeah, I love that. I think that it's so important for us to give ourselves a chance. I think I had a similar upbringing. I went to a predominantly white school, and to go off to Tennessee State University, it blew my
Right.
mind.
It's like, wow, it's like this is crazy. Like I didn't know, like I mean, but again, like and I say it on almost any platform I've ever been, like going to an HBCU may be the first and only time you are the majority every single day.
Yeah,
Every day. Like, so come on, man. You gotta soak that thing up. When you can look left or right, you gonna see somebody that look just like you, got the same aspirations as you, came
yeah,
out the mud just like you, want to do something great for just like you. Like that was so amazing to me to be a part of because I didn't most of my adult, I mean, youth life, it was like me in the class from probably pre-K to eighth grade. I was usually the only black kid in the class.
yeah. I get that.
So high school might have been two or three of us in the class, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? So to go from two or three to 30, it was like, yo, this is so dope.
Yeah, no, I
It's dope.
loved it. I loved it. I think that also it's important to give someone who is like you a chance. So I want you to do that. Thinking about that kid who is in that space where they're the minority, and what inspiration or hope can you give them? What are some words of encouragement that you can give them?
Man, this again, being different is a positive. I'm like, and that's something I wish I would have realized when I was younger. Like being the only black kid in the classroom for not black kids was a positive, like because I got to show out and I got to stick out whether it was somebody trying to treat me great or they not trying to treat me good. I still had the opportunity to be great and to show, black people are intelligent, black people are kind, black people are athletic, black people are silly, black people are, just they got a lot going on, and all I had to do was just be me to prove to people how great black people are, or to disprove how whack some people think they were brought up to think that we are. You know what I'm saying? It was a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? So the responsibility was great, and I didn't even realize it until you start getting into like, oh, you start looking back at classmates and like, yo, you doing your thing. You're like, no matter how hard life is, and life has totally kicked my butt sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but look back at what happens from your age 5 to now and say, man, I could look and say, I got an honorary doctorate here. I've been able to shoot celebrities. So I've been on TV sets. I've been in TV shows. I've done a lot. And at that resume, when they say education, say Fayetteville State University,
Yeah,
like we can represent to the fullest,
I love that. So let's talk about homecoming.
right?
Take me with you to homecoming. What is homecoming like?
Man, so what I really wanted to emphasize is how important homecoming is. Um, well, especially at my age now. So I'm closer to 50 than 40, right?
Gotcha.
So then we went through the whole COVID phase. So at this point, when you're talking about, I graduated 2003. So 20 almost 24 years ago, right? Every time you go back to homecoming now, it's less people there.
Yeah,
And not saying less people like attendance. I'm saying like some people that was in my class in 2003 are no longer living.
yeah,
So it's that much more important to, I mean, I'm a frat boy, so I've done all the partying that I need to do. I've consumed all that I need to consume in the form of partying and acting a fool. But when you get down to the fact that, hey man, I wanna walk up. Hey Charles, man, how you doing? How your kids doing? How your wife doing, man? Like I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I'll be watching you on Facebook, Instagram, man. I love what you're doing. Like that's what homecoming is. It's a family reunion for real. Like I'm just checking people out. I don't gotta do nothing crazy. I just wanna hug a couple necks,
yeah.
get the fish fry. You know what I'm saying? Get some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Check the vendors out. But I really want to see people like because I have a son on campus now. I have a freshman at Fayetteville State. So
Okay.
it's like just seeing walking on campus and seeing how it's transformed, how the buildings are, how the amenities are changing, student center, new dorms, parking deck coming in. Like it's like, wow, this is they tuition like $500. I'm like, yo, y'all got $500 tuition. I'm mad. I wish I was, like $500 semester for some in-state tuition is ridiculously
Yeah.
amazing. But it's a Chick-fil-A on campus, a Starbucks, like this. We had, saying fried chicken Friday, fish
Man, I know
Friday.
that chicken's
You're
good
right,
too.
right. But those memories, and we get to laugh about all those silly stories when coming homecoming. But this is hugging necks, checking people out, seeing who doing this, who doing that, but seeing them there, living, alive, you know, you just never know the next time you come next year, it might be one less, or two less. So it's just really about it, man. This that spirit of like, just showing some love, laughing about all that old crazy stuff that happened on campus, laughing about the good thing, going to see some of the professors that are still there, like talking to them, like just giving them their flower for I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for them.
Yeah. How's your son enjoying his experience? Like,
Oh man, he's very fortunate. I mean, he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but I mean, it's good pressure. I mean, his dad plays 5A segment on Fayetteville State campus. His mom plays 85A on Fayetteville State campus. His mom was a drum major of NBX, which is the band at Fayetteville State, and he is a freshman on the drum line. So he is living it up. He is living his dream. Like he
mhm.
he he is Devin from Drumline That's how he has been his whole entire life. So he is living the dream. Like he probably got better love and feeling of camaraderie than we do because like he is literally living his dream. I
Yeah,
want to go to college. I want to be on the drum line. You a fourth generation because I think both his parents, his grandma, and like one of his great grandparents went to Fayetteville State. So he is a fourth generation Bronco. Like he is he living his dream, man.
that's dope.
But it's to see him on the field, to see him marching, to be like you want to tear up and be like, man, this is wow, this is incredible to have a legacy. What I'm saying, on the yard.
That's dope. Let's talk legacy. So, what do you feel like your legacy? Uh, I want to say as a person. I don't even want to narrow it down to just Fayetteville State. I want to go there with you because it. Let me first congratulate you because you have award shows. You have different things that you are working on that take confidence and courage,
Right.
to say that I want to start something and I want others to believe in something that I've started, and you continuously do that. So, what is your legacy? What do you feel that your legacy is?
Man, just from a family standpoint, whether it be Jones, my dad's side, or Duckett, my mom's side, like we have a history of being helpers, being community servants. So everything I do, you know, I mean, I'm in photography. That's helping people save memories, helping people to promote their business, helping people to do whatever it takes to help them be better. I mean, in fraternity, like I'm an immediate past international director for Sigma Fathers. So the last 4 years, I've been working on providing resources and assets for fathers of the fraternity and fathers just in general. So being able to help others is just something that's just in me. I've been doing it my whole entire life. My grandma had a community center, so I've been serving since I was old enough to walk and to be able to do that on my own, whether it be through award shows, whether it be like I'm huge on social action right now. So mental health advocacy, fatherhood, black boys, entrepreneurship, like the social action is something that I'm like ingrained in right now. And I'm just pushing every button I can to make sure that we can still vote. We get out in these streets and help others like that. That's just my life mission. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm always gonna be in some type of community service oriented space. That's all I know.
I hear you. And so is there a correlation between photography and seeing the needs of the world? Like when you are a photographer, because I don't know, like photographers always amaze me that they're able to capture the right moment, the right look, the right angle. So have you ever seen that correlation between that?
Yeah, it's just there. It's like again, certain things in the creative space, whether it be painter, sculptor, artist, musician, like you got to see things differently and be able to put it together in a place that makes people feel good. Like I have in 20 something years, I haven't taken pictures of pretty much anything sad. I did
Mhm.
like one funeral, I think my whole entire career. Everything else is happy. Weddings, events, birthday parties, senior portraits, what all these type of things are good moments and people want you to just immortalize those great moments.
Yeah,
But while you're in those great moments, stuff is always going wrong. So it's still your opportunity to minister, to lift people up, to listen to them. Like it's always some type of extra that you're getting into because you're in spaces where people are trying to do better or people are happy. Somebody's coming in. I'm doing their first shoot for their business that they just about to start. What I'm saying? So you give them motivational words to that. You give them, hey, this is what I have to do with this. These are connections I have, and connecting the dots is another thing. Like I've been in business so long that I should have resources or I should know somebody that knows somebody that's connected to what you do.
yeah,
Like, so call this person, call that person. And not that I'm biased or anything, but I'm aiming for it to be black. So that's the first person I'm gonna call is somebody that's African American and say, hey man, look, this person got a liquor company, you about to have a birthday party or whatever, or you need some type of celebration. I know a black owned venue space or I know videographers, I do photography, like whatever I can do to kind of help build our communities. That's what I'm trying to do. And it ain't, anti DEI or nothing like that. Cause
yeah.
I don't, but like we could talk about the nonsense all the time, but black people are just as talented and We've been pushed out. Like again, we're going. We left the civil rights era and fought for all these rights, and then all of them are getting reversed. It's like so we back in 1960 right now. So what are we gonna do about it? So that just goes back into the social action. So we got to fight for what we believe in. We got to be our best all the time, but we also can't forget that, hey man, the first black person to ever integrate into a school is only 70 years old.
Yeah.
We only one grandma away from being slaves, like
Yep.
well, not having no rights, and people seem like it's been so long ago. It hasn't. Ruby Bridges is still alive. She only 70 years old. Like that ain't like that ain't old. Like that. So we have to think about that when we're talking about helping one another. We're talking about growing our community. We're talking about building businesses and livelihoods and community together. Man, we got work to do because we
Yeah.
ain't that far removed from not being able to do what we should be allowed to do freely anyway.
So was this put in you as a student, or is it this? So this energy and this passion for social justice, social action, was that? Do you think that that grew while you were a student, or
Oh
kind of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in
Oh,
life?
definitely. Because although I grew up serving, that was almost Christian based small town. But
Hmm.
when we start talking about joining other organizations, not only infusing blackness and black culture into that, because again, some of these spaces didn't have black people in it. And then you're talking about jumping into a black fraternity, and now you have a bigger platform to impact more people.
Yeah.
So grandma's community center was only the neighborhood. Now you add this in there, and that's a regional. Then you start Phi Beta Sigma, and now it's international. We have chapters all over the world. So the impact is greater, and it's all like, well, dang, I came up with this idea for this committee. Cool. Where did you get that education from? Fayetteville State. And where'd you get that? Where'd you get that drive? My teachers kicking my butt saying, hey man, like my first child, I was still in college. Like I went to a school where the teacher could have said, no, you can't bring a 8-month-old in the class with you. You could have just sent me home. But I got my daughter sitting on my lap, like it's like in class learning. So there's certain experiences that only HBCU could have provided, like and only a black professor or somebody that's in the HBCU setting could even have understood what I was going through to help me navigate through all that.
That's cool. So let's talk about this chapter. What are some things that people can expect from your chapter?
Well, again, I guess seeing is believing. So you know, the road the road of how I even got to an HBCU was different. And coming from where I come from, there's not an expectation. I mean, just for anybody. I mean, for the most part, I mean, 85% of people never live outside of the area code where they were born at. I went to a college in a state I had never even visited before. I didn't even do a campus tour on either one. I was just boom. All right, I'm gone.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to transfer. Oh, my cousin there. Cool, I'm gone. I don't gotta see it. I just know it is what it is. So, you know, making it through all that, being a single parent, for a decade, like all that stuff all that, being in the celebrity space and be like, yo, my teachers taught me this and that, and I belong, and so I'm gonna act like I've been here before, even if I haven't. Like those things, speech class, what I'm saying? We had Dr. Fisher who taught speech class like it was a PhD course, a 100 level class. He taught that thing like it was a PhD course. I would never forget that man. Like I got an F on his speech at first. I'm like, how I
Oh
get this?
man.
This is crazy. Like how I get an F on something? This is a 100 level class. This is supposed to be write something down. You get an A,
Yeah.
and he ain't playing no game. So I was shy when I got to college. I couldn't talk in front of 10 people, let alone 1,500 by the time I got to Phi Beta Lambda Eastern Region. Like I was just a shy kid, a little angry kid. So it was a lot. It was a lot that I've experienced. That FSU kind of tapered off and cultivated me into being the man I am. All the major firsts in my life happened at Fayetteville State. So yeah.
I want to give you an opportunity if there was something that I didn't ask you or something you wanted to talk about that you didn't get to talk about. Is there anything or any shout outs that you want to give?
Oh man, I think I shout out my favorite professors, but I would say this. I think that as a African American male, if you got the opportunity to send your kids to a HBCU, do so. Give them that opportunity. I mean, if you can't find your major, I understand that, but there's an opportunity to grow and cultivate and be around people that look, talk, walk, feel, understand you. And so why not go to a school that can provide that, that life for you and prepare you for everything outside of that.
Couldn't agree more. That's great. I appreciate your time.
Yes,
You're a solid brother. I
I
appreciate
appreciate it,
it.
man. Look, no matter what everybody else told you, like I'm as long as you think I'm straight, we good.
Yeah, you're very good. You got a good head on your shoulders.
Right, right.
You're
Got a
doing
little
some good
bit.
work. So I appreciate it and I salute it. You definitely represent your school well. I look forward to reading your chapter. We definitely, of course, want to thank Dr. Ashley Little for her vision. And it's always a wonderful thing to tell as many stories as we can about these HBCU experiences so that we can bring more students into these schools. So I am very, very honored to speak with you tonight as you are a leading author and a leading Bronco. Those of you who are interested in reading more about Fayetteville State University and our guest for this evening, Dr. Antoine Duane Jones, you can definitely check out an edition coming to Amazon.com very soon. I appreciate your time, my brother.
I thank you so much, Charles, man. It was a pleasure, man. I love it, man. It's hey, Greek life, HBCU life, it just ain't nothing like it.
Yes, sir. I agree. Cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be back with some more great people. Have a great one.